A pleasure to meet y'all at last. And that's better. Welcome back to Survival of No Limits. And well, here we are. This is another occasion where I might as well go ahead and address a little something around here. Here we got episode number 102, which is going to be talking a bit about unpredictable behavior. Behavioral patterns of all sorts. I'm not at all a psychologist, if you're indeed wondering. But there are certainly a lot of concerns going around over the many decisions that a lot of people have made. Especially those who are obsessed with politics. That is in fact the one fuel that's guaranteed to generate some sort of disaster by any means. But when it comes to behavior in general, there's lots of ways to look at it. From the kinds of disorders that you might have, to autism spectrum disorder, like myself, to bipolar disorder, to OCD, and to many others that inhabit our species. And there are a lot of people out there who are generally inflicted with these sorts of disorders, which are typically caused by birth. Yeah. Typically, whenever a mental disorder is put out to people, it's usually because of birth. It's not like most things out there where you can catch, like viruses and bacteria, just to name a few. But in terms of how these disorders can in fact affect a person's behavioral patterns, there's lots of ways that it can go wrong. In my case, with a few things out there involving autism spectrum disorder, it is in fact a variable. But in my case, in comparison to many other people with autism spectrum disorder, mine's a very minor case. But it is certainly without a doubt that my case of autism spectrum disorder does come with the simple types of risks, including relatable outbursts, including sorts of things out there that are related to attention span, and many other things. So autism spectrum disorder is something that is in fact quite common, but it is no laughing matter, by any means. Nothing to joke about, nothing to not get serious about. Because with something like this, then you have whatever help you have access to. But with a lot of people these days, considering how we went through quite a lot of stuff, there's always something out there that is going to make us angry. Always something out there that is going to make us enraged to the point where we'd spill out tears and lots of other things that take place. I mean, complications of all sorts are guaranteed to happen. But I will say for sure that on my end, everything that I've seen so far certainly is not at all good. Especially when it comes to everything that's been happening this whole entire year. Man. I tell you, all this time that I've basically gotten to know about the year 2021 in general, it's been trouble since the very start. The first week alone is enough to make us cry uncle. It's enough to make us, well, go completely bananas. Insane, by any and all means. And I tell you, I am no exception to any of that. I'm known to have quite a lot of patience. I'm known to have quite a reputation for being calm, eager, determined, and sociable by any and all means. But when it comes to what's been happening here in this particular year, of this particular generation, of all the times that I've ever possibly gone through, this one might as well just be the worst. The year 2021 AD is in fact the worst. And yet we still have quite a ways to go. Throughout the remainder of August, throughout September, October, November, December, throughout so many other things that we don't even know could be happening right now. So I would much rather not hear about the ending to this whole entire thing because I know it's gonna end horribly. So at this point in time, well, I don't know what's guaranteed to happen, but I really don't know how anything's gonna take place. But yet, when it comes to many other things, anything can happen. A lot of people could turn to a life of crime because of certain things that happen in their lives. And I tell you, lots of things that can happen in our childhoods, including massive trauma, mostly in relatable PTSD sorts of conditions, which have happened quite a lot. And then of course there are many other things that have happened. Molestations, murderers, abandonment. It's issues like those that are still of huge relevance today that definitely affect us by any means. And if you are indeed one of those people out there who have had, well, this sort of experience happen to you, or any kind of experience that is so bad that, well, we have to come together and work on these things at all costs. So, oh man, quite a hot one today, but I would like to know in the comment section below, what is by far the worst experience you've had other than this very year itself? And if you want to see more go down on my channel, then make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.